Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. I'm back for another girl talk. It's been a little while. This summer was crazy. There was just so much going on, and obviously with it being the school holidays, it's just always a bit of a madness. It was a little bit more tricky to be able to come into the studio and film my girl talks and videos like this. I'm really happy to be here again. It's been so long. I think I'll start with a bit more of a catch up, because a few of you have asked for a general catch up as well, like what's been going on in my life, like how have I been and everything, and thank you for asking. And I hope you're all well. I hope everyone had a good summer. I'm so ready. I say this every single year, but I'm so ready for autumn. I love autumn. It's my favorite. I'm so excited for Halloween. So yeah, I've got some questions that you guys asked on Instagram. Hair is not hairing today. And why did I decided to wear a cap today on the way here, and it's just giving me like helmet head. A general life update: family, relationships, motherhood, womanhood, life, work, etc. Oh my God, okay, where do I start? Life update: everything is going well. The year's just gone so quickly. I just feel like every single year feels like it goes quicker and quicker. Been entertaining Indy over the summer holidays. Obviously, we went to Devon because we went to see some family down there. And it was just for a couple of days. It's so beautiful down there. It really made me realize that I forget how many beautiful places there are in England. I know that sounds silly, like we know that, but I feel like when you're in and around London, you just forget about venturing out into the other areas. So we went on the beach and just did some nice little walks around there, and tried to go to a water park. That didn't work because the weather's so all over the place, obviously. So that day it was just like overcast, and Indy was just on the bed shivering. I spent some time with my sister, which was really nice. And my little nephew. I just tried to make some nice experiences with Indy, you know, like, and I posted this on one of my recent Instagram posts as well, but sometimes I get a little bit emotional about summer holidays because you only have, I think it's because I saw it on Instagram. I saw some reel saying this a while ago, and it stuck in my head, like that you only have a certain amount of summers with your children until then they'll obviously like want to go off and do their own thing. But I think that changes as well when they become adults. But still, I'm like, there's only so many summers I have with her while she's a child, you know, and it's like, it is a little magical time. So I try to do as much with her as I can. I went to Wilderness Festival, loved that so much. I definitely want to go next year. The daytime is so nice, so chilled, and so kind of artsy. And then the nighttime, like after the main stage finishes, then there's an after party, rave sort of thing in a valley. Oh my God, I'd never been to something like that before. It was like you go down these steps, and in the valley there's this huge rave going on, and oh my, it was one of my favorite parts of the summer, like moments of the summer. Right at the end of the summer holidays, I really wanted to take Indy somewhere abroad, like even if it's just a short thing. So I was looking at quite a few different destinations. The best and sort of easiest place to go to would be Lisbon. I felt like I only had a few days, and I know Lisbon quite well now, so I'd know like exactly where to go for the beach for her. I knew there'd be nice food there. I know it's safe. Yeah, so we went there again, and I've just finished posting about that on my Instagram. If you want even more Lisbon recommendations, just go to my Instagram, and on my story highlights, I've got a Lisbon spots one. So if you're planning a trip there, like a solo trip or family, friends or whatever, there's some really nice spots in my Instagram highlights. And I hope it helps. I love making that content because I'm genuinely like hope it helps others for planning your trip and for seeing some nice places. Since being back, it went straight into Indy starting the next year of school. She's now in year 3. I've also started this routine where I've been getting up at like 5:30 in the morning and going to the gym. And it has been so nice. I'm really enjoying it. For so long, I've wanted to be that morning person that gets up really early, does their workout and everything before the whole day starts. Because before, it would take time out of my working day and sort of pushes the whole day back a bit. Whereas now I can get it all done, like get up early, like it's still dark outside. I can go on my little gym adventure. How long have I been doing it now? I think about 2 weeks. And at first, it was the most difficult in like the night the nighttime, I'd be so exhausted by like 9 p.m. I'm just like, I'm ready to go to sleep. But I feel like my body's adjusting a bit now, and I love it. Like, it makes me feel so much more productive. And it's one of those things as well that gives you that feeling of like you're proud of yourself and you trust yourself because you're doing something that you have been wanting to do or have been telling yourself to do. So yeah, that's a ramble. But now I'm back more on my health kick. I'm taking probiotics. I'm taking collagen. Oh my God, skincare is a whole other thing that I've been doing recently, but maybe I should do that in a different video because I've added a few things as well into my skin routine. And I feel like it's the right time to do that. Now I'm mid-30s. I was going to say now I'm kind of mid-30s. It's not kind of, I'm definitely mid-30s. But I feel like it's a good time to add certain extra things in to my skincare. So I've been taking more time on that as well recently, which is a nice ritual. Yeah, that brings us up to date, really. Family is good. Motherhood's going well. It's going. No, I don't know. I feel like, especially the last year or two, it just all feels a lot smoother. I think it's just because of the age that she's at. You know, it's past that more tantrumy, up and down, sort of intense stage. I just love building the relationship that I have with Indy and us like laughing together, joking together, you know, teaching her values, teaching her morals. Will you do an update on your natural hair? Watched you for over a decade. Blessings. Thank you. I should do one, shouldn't I? It's been ages. I had it out. I mean, I had it in braids a lot over the summer because obviously it's just so much easier. I don't like wearing wigs as much when it's really hot. It's so uncomfortable. Earlier in summer, I did my own twists, and then I went and got my hair braided. I got the like boho braids, which I loved. I really loved that style. So much easier as well. And I definitely noticed a difference in my hair when I took them out. I think I just need to focus on more treatments, doing a lot more treatments, going into the salon a lot more, because I just tend to do it myself, but I really should be going into the salon and I should be having more trims and things. So yeah, I feel like I should do a hair update, but I feel like I want to work on it a bit more. Or maybe, I mean, I guess I should bring you with me when I am doing the working on it. Where do you get inspiration for outfits / aesthetics? A lot of it comes from social media, like just because obviously I'm on it all the time, as like a lot of us are. You know, when you're just scrolling and scrolling, you always see outfits and things that you like, and I'll save it into I've got a style folder that I save things into. And whenever I'm like really stuck on an outfit, I just go into that folder and I'm sort of scan over the images to get a bit of inspiration. But apart from that, it's just I think usually when I'm out and about, just seeing people when you're walking around, like the streets of London, or if I'm traveling, like wherever I am, and just seeing like the way someone's layered something or the colors that they've pieced together, the shapes that they've done, the jewelry that they're wearing, could be anything. I like picking it up from anywhere, really. I think also, though, sometimes I get inspiration from film, like film characters, kind of like an aura of someone or a feel of someone. For example, I think is it Marla Singer in Fight Club? Like, say a character like that, sort of quite mysterious, like dark feminine sort of energy. If you had to stop content creating / influencing tomorrow, what would you do instead? Probably jewelry or clothing, like to have a brand of one of those. It will definitely be something creative. Do you know what my dream would be? My dream would be to be an artist, just to make art. I would love that. Like just going into a studio, like, and just create, like music on, get in the zone and just create. Like, I would love that. I should actually do that more in my spare time, just paint or draw. Oh, this is a good one. Hi, love your content. Thank you. I would love to know your thoughts on wardrobe essentials for over 30s girls. At the moment, I've been feeling a lot like you know, the mid-30s thing. Not that that is even, do you know what I mean? It's not even a thing. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves to do with age, but I have been feeling recently like, I do want to sleek down my look a little bit. I sort of want to tweak a few things with my personal style and with how I'm wanting to portray myself in the world, but also that balanced very equally with like how I want to feel in myself, like in certain clothes, or how I don't want to feel as much. Okay, wardrobe essentials, blazer. Like I love my kind of boxy blazer, a bit oversized. I've had it for years now and it's just like perfect. It goes with so many things. I wear it a lot of the time when I've got an evening event or something. So yeah, boxy blazer, I would say. Obviously you need a few pairs of jeans, like good jeans that fit you well. You know, are the cut that works for you, ones that you feel good in. I just did a big clear out as well of my wardrobe. I feel amazing. It feels so good. And it feels so good like when you go to get dressed and it's just so clear to look at. Like you can put together an outfit so much quicker when it's more, your wardrobe's more like concise and more just staples and things that you know fit you well and that you feel good in. I know this sounds kind of obvious, but I feel like every year I forget and then I do a clear out and then I'm like, oh, why didn't I do this before? So yeah, what else? Some good boots, like I think pointy boots, pointy heels as well, like pointy stiletto slingbacks. Some nice dresses, like a little black dress, a long, sleek, elegant dress, a good white shirt, crisp white shirt. For me, like some nice hoodies, because especially for school runs, I have so many hoodies. I collect them. Nice handbag. Doesn't have to be designer, but like, you know, just a nice, sleek handbag that is versatile. I used to get a lot more fancy ones, more so evening bags, but I just feel like, what's the point? I hardly wear them. So anyway, these days I feel like I want more sleek, designery looking ones. They don't even have to be designer, but ones that can sort of dress up your daytime look. I think a big thing is also just figuring out your personal color palette. Like I definitely know my color palette and it's quite depressing. as in like when I look at my wardrobe, I'm like, all I wear is black, gray and beige and white. You know, I don't think it's ever going to change. I've been trying for years. But yeah, anyway, figure out your color palette. If you're like me and you wear a lot of those tones, then figure out what brighter tones you do like. And to know what goes with your look, your sort of skin tone, your color analysis. I still haven't had one done. I want to get one done. Oh, this is a random one, but I like this one. Not sure if you're a wine drinker, but if you are, I'd love to know your fave/recommendations. I really like green wine. Green wine, my friend introduced me to it, and it's like white wine, but it feels more crisp and a bit more clean, to me anyway. And really, really refreshing and dangerous because it's easy to drink. There is a brand that I really like that I have got before in London, like East London somewhere. So I'll try and find that one and put it in because that one's really nice. But yeah, for me, it's been green wine or red wine, but I don't really have a specific one. I tend to get Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. This one, how to find a genuine man in the modern dating world. Yeah, I guess you mean like someone that's not going to mess you about, and that knows what he wants. To me, anyway, I feel like men are usually quite clear from very early of their intentions. Say if they're not asking you out on a proper date, if they're not being consistent, if they are not giving you much attention, if they're going hot and cold, all of those sorts of things. Like someone genuine that is really interested in you and wants you is not going to show any of that behavior. So yeah, I don't know. I think just like look out for that early on. Really keep an eye on if their actions are matching their words. That's a big one. You know, like you don't want someone who's selling you all of these dreams, but you're not really seeing any of that come to life. You're not seeing it, you're just hearing it. I want to say, look out for green flags as well, because obviously it's not always about like looking out for the bad things, the bad behavior, that he's like showing you interest, he's consistent, you feel like he's trustworthy, you feel like his friends trust him, you know, like it's always good to get an idea of how he interacts with the people around him in his bubble, in his world, you know, relationship with family and friends, how he speaks about any of his exes. That's a big one. There are guys out there that will be direct, that will tell and show you that like what they want and what their intentions are, and that have an open heart. I don't know if it's a UK men thing, but a lot of the time I feel like there's so much pride. It's like they can be scared to have an open heart anymore, which is really difficult when you're dating, because they need to have a level of vulnerability as well to be able to date you properly, you know? So yeah, I hope that makes sense. And I'm thinking as well of in more of a how life works sort of way. To attract someone genuine, obviously you need to be genuine yourself as well. So, you know, you keep focusing on yourself being genuine, like knowing what you want as well, knowing what you don't want is like the bigger thing, mate, sometimes. Yeah, if you're authentic and genuine within yourself and know your boundaries, and if people aren't meeting your expectations, then cut it off early. Realized I don't have one best friend, but a few really good friends, and sometimes feel weird for it. I know how you feel. Though some of my girlfriends, I feel like they are my best friends. And I guess it's a bit like, well, what exactly is the definition of that, you know? Because even some of them don't live very close to me, but I still feel like they're my best friends. But I feel like I go back and forth with it sometimes. Like sometimes I feel like, should I have that person? At the same time, I don't want to force that, because it's weird trying to force that from someone. So I just sort of, you know, go with it. I sort of just go with the flow. And I feel like if my relationship with someone, and if my friendship relationship with someone does go more that way, then amazing. If not, it's okay, like, because it's life, like, and everyone, it's hard when everyone's so busy, you know, with life, especially in your 30s as well, especially with kids. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of people do tend to have friendships a bit more like that, you know, the older you get. It's kind of nice when you have different friends, different types of friends, because you get different things out of different friendships or different relationships, as in like one might be a bit more so like who you go to for one type of issue or outing or something, and one might be the person you turn to for another thing. That could be life's way of saying like, look, I'm gonna give you the friendship that you need, but it might be broken up into different parts in a way, into different people. And I also think it's really good to have friends of different age groups. That is something that has happened for me more so. And I really like that, because you really get different perspectives on life and on different situations. Last one, dating advice for in your late 20s. Don't settle. Don't settle. Have fun still, because you're still young. Like, you're young. So have fun with it. Like, don't jump into something like just to jump into it, just to feel like you should be doing a certain thing at a certain age. Decide what you want, what you don't want. Think about, okay, not everyone wants kids, that's fine. But think about, like, is this someone that you can see yourself creating a family with? Is this someone reliable, supportive? Is this someone I can go through difficult times with and come out of and will be okay with? Don't waver your boundaries for someone. Like, don't think that you're too much for someone, because no. Like, you have your wants and needs and boundaries for a reason. So if someone isn't willing to understand them and cooperate with them and with you, then they're not for you, and they probably don't care too much for you. Just have fun. I feel like have fun with the person, you know, like go on a short trip with them, go camping with them, go like do fun things like while you can, you know, like the time goes so quick. And I'm not even saying this like, oh, I don't do those things anymore. Like I'm still doing those things and it's been so fun. Like this year has been really fun. That's what has inspired me to give this answer for in your 20s. But I feel like even more so in your 20s, because you might probably have a lot even more freedom in your 20s. So that's what I'm like, go travel with them, like go on some really unusual dates. Just do it for the plot. Just remember, it's really not the end of the world if and when things might not work out as well. Dating a lot of the time can then bring heartbreak. Hopefully not, but like we know a lot of the time it does. But it's not the end of the world. Oh, it's not the end of the world. You still have so much time. You might even make good friends from it. You might end up being friends with someone that you've dated, which is really nice as well. I hope you guys like this. I'm back. Leave me any questions. Leave me any questions for future Girl Talk videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.